Okay, Jesus.
Chop chop.
Oh yes.
Falas.
Você é a piada aqui.
Oh dear. Oh, it's unavailable. What?
You should go. It's unavailable outside of YouTube. You have to click the link.
Que tal truquetinatia? He does not sound as cringe as Vagar does, though.
No, I think it sounds very cringe.
It hurts. I'm going to die. Oh look, it's session.
So
55.
well.
That's a lot of sessions.
That's a lot of sessions.
By the way, GM,
Yes.
I don't know how to fix my Fantasy Grounds doesn't let me see people's portraits.
Sure.
Not important right now, though.
Yeah, I guess. I guess something just hasn't loaded properly in your end.
I got a bunch of errors at the beginning.
Oh yes, that is true. Yes. Everyone has been getting a bunch of errors. Yes. Dice of knowledge. The dice of truth.
Receive the intelligence.
It will decide if you are a good boy or bad boy.
Receba inteligência.
That's a new number, I guess. Yeah, it is. So, it's been a while, I think. It's been over a month.
Yes.
Yes.
See?
It's been a little while. Chris, what happened last time?
Oh, shit.
Oh god.
Well, based off of what we were talking about before chat, group found. Oh, I think I remember. Edmund turned into a spider or a mosquito or something, and Gianna went to go speak with militia dude from the city, and he turned out to be, what was it? A true ancestor. And very bad things ensued, and talkie, I just don't remember most of it, but yes, that.
Incredible. The session was just talking. I don't remember what was talked about.
Nope.
Great recap.
We were trying to get information about what the fuck was going on, and it turns out this guy is going to start the apocalypse in a week.
Gotcha. I think I had left early.
He's going to do a ritual that's going to start the, quote, merging proper in a week.
Yes.
Well, that is true. You had your different ways. Headed your different ways. I know that Edmund was out on the roads, not on the roads, on the forests nearby, just saying "fuck you" to the city, as a druid should.
Look, there's a lot of mental panic happening with everyone.
Yes.
Walking off to the woods is always a valid therapy.
Yes.
Until there isn't woods anymore because, you know, we got fucking merged with some cave or whatever.
But yes, you had discussed the possibility of Ichika trailing Diogenes, and also discuss the possibility of Jackson and whoever wishes to come to try to go to Antiparos. But what will you do is up to you. It was the night of the, let's check the calendar, the night of the 29th. So unless you wish to do anything else during the night, I will progress you all to the following day.
What day of the month is it?
I just said it's the 29th.
Yes, because I didn't
Yes.
quite catch it.
All right. Nah, Gianna's probably just gonna panic in her room. That's about where we're at now.
There, I did the thing.
I can't really think of what Zero's doing.
Oliver is vibing.
Found out the world's gonna end, just chilling.
Mm-hmm. It's very Oliver.
Yeah, sure.
Just chill. Jackerson is smoking near the fireplace.
Then I will long rest all of you and proceed to the following day.
Yeah.
Rest, long rest. The party has taken a long rest. So I'll just add a day.
We cheer like it's gonna
That means
do us any good.
I could get spells now with my feet. Yay!
Oh
I
no,
feel-
my comprehend languages.
Your comprehend
Effects.
languages is gone, yes. And your advantage on wisdom checks. And Gianna's advantage on charisma checks. And also Gianna's mage armor.
I'm putting that back on like real
We
quick.
can pretend.
Everyone
we're
gets 10 temporary hit points.
Yay! We can pretend like he's not gonna mop the floor with us.
Yay!
You
Oh,
can
I'm down
always
for going to
pretend.
Antiparos.
Pretending is always on the list.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't add the thing. Wait. Let me put it under.
Oh, the portraits came back.
Nice.
Did they?
They just decided to show up.
Oh,
they finally woke
hey!
up from the long rest.
You were all sleepy.
Shut up.
The name of the thing that gives THP?
My 10th level
Celestial
warlock.
resistance. Yes. Celestial resistance.
A module you are attempting to use is not loaded.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have any of the supplements in. You just have the base
Probably.
shit.
You had to re-download everything?
Well, I have a new PC, so I don't know what else I need to do. Probably.
I'm back.
Ah!
Grab
Probably
my
look for
food.
everything. Hooray!
Food.
Just
Where do I obtain books? We can deal with that.
You go to modules, library modules, and then you click the books you want to activate, or go into activation. And then
Yeah, we gotta load them.
Gotta load them.
then I go back to your sheet. Go to actions, celestial resistance, create another healing thingy. This one is DHP self. It's charisma plus level.
For me, for everybody else, it is half a level.
Yes. Now you have. Oh, it's. Oh, okay. So
I had put in the THP, I can remove it.
plus. Ah! No! God damn it. Now you shall have the correct thing. There you go. Now you have two effects that will scale over time on your other sheets, on your other tab, on your actions tab. It's called Celestial Resistance. You can target people to give them the THP, and if you click the temporary self, it will just give it to you.
Nice.
I need to find a map so I can give it to everybody now.
You don't need the map, you just need the combat tracker.
Oh, okay.
You
If
just
you
Google-
control click on the combat tracker.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot you. Stop.
It's so nice seeing my sheet full of things I can do.
I need less things I can do.
My man need to like lose 10 levels, and then his sheet will be okay.
Yes, I'll actually be able to find something for a change.
It's the life of a caster.
Mm.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
A new day has arisen. It's the 3rd. I can English, I swear.
The 30th?
The 30th.
Turt.
Yes. It's the penultimate day of the year. And what do you wish to do? You didn't have any disturbing dreams. For a change.
Man, that's weird.
That's disturbing in and of itself.
Yes.
That's not disturbing. You guys already did the thing.
The thing?
Did we? What thing did we do?
You
What have we
guys,
done?
you guys had the final. You guys had the final dream.
The final dream?
Oh, that's that's right. Yeah, because we actually have the
Man, skills.
yeah. My brain was fried. I'm
I
sorry.
remember my dream was different. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Because
Yours
you're
was
different.
you had frightening demon monster.
Ah,
Well,
yes.
You're just weird.
Yeah, you're just weird.
Okay, that's getting a little bit out of hand.
I think that's perfectly fine.
Shut.
You would.
Shut.
Short.
Aha.
Ah.
DC. Magic.
Since no one is saying anything, I'm just going to pick a random person.
What are we doing?
Graves, what is Jiro doing?
After if he's so we are okay. Like
Those
we
were
are in like an inn, right?
You are at the Golden Egg Hotel.
Okay. I imagine it's very fancy if it's called the Golden Egg.
It's okay, it's not that fancy.
Well, if they have a continental breakfast,
Well, they do.
He's gonna have some pancakes.
some lots of pancakes, and he's like eyeing the door, like the entrance to the hotel, in case something decides to come in, because he doesn't really trust anything in this town at the moment, other than the food.
The food is safe.
Which is the one thing he should be worried about.
They're gonna poison you.
I don't know what that did. but I think I did it.
You made an intelligence save against Edmund. No, wait. You made Edmund make an intelligence save.
Yes, I did it. Never mind. Okay, I was programming a spell, and I did it correctly. Carry on. I'm sorry.
You know, for some reason, my life feels threatened.
You're sorry for being correct?
My life is threatened.
Look, to be fair, also, Jackson, you were also targeting me, just to note.
No, I'm not.
It's just salt water trying to get you. It's okay.
You wake up to salt water.
Like you're just somehow in the middle of the ocean.
Suddenly, salt water.
I'll say this is fine.
Pocket water.
Pocket water.
Pocket water.
One of those,
Salt water.
Salty
One of
water.
those old school high school movies where they get the principal on their bed in the middle of their pool.
Oh yeah.
Or the Parent Swap, or whatever it's called. The one movie
Parent
with
Trap.
the Parent Trap, where they shove the stepmom into the lake on like a floaty bed, like on an
Ah,
airplane.
yes. Classic.
You know, and she just wakes up in the middle of the freaking lake, like, and she's just freaking out.
But yes, Jiro's eating pancakes. Next person down the line, Jackson. What are you doing?
Jackson is pacing up and down the room, smoking out of a pipe, just like right in front of the fireplace. Like you can tell he's like desperately trying to figure something out, so we don't have to like literally brave the barrier that was stopping us from entering the island.
Oliver?
Oliver is outside vibing with the people and playing his violin. He's actually playing a 1920s version of Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding.
Roll me a performance check.
Sure.
Love me like you do.
La la la, me like you.
Got a 3, gets a 16.
Yes.
Expertise, baby.
You were able to gather a small crowd in the morning, mostly passerbys, going to do some late New Year's shopping. Ichika, what is the plan for the morning?
And she's probably at the same table with Jiro, eating the mushroom. The modest breakfast that she does, with mainly fruits.
Gotta keep in shape, yes.
Also,
Gotta stay in shape for the end of the world.
With Jiro, with how much he loses blood, this is the only way he stays in shape.
Yes, you gotta eat 10 pancakes per meal.
Zero needs like an IV drip.
It's not good to have the breakfast be the biggest meal of your day.
I thought that was breakfast was the most important meal of the day. That's
It's important, but it shouldn't be so heavy.
ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Shiro loses that body weight in blood.
In blood
I mean,
every single day.
he already lost like 5 pounds just for reasons.
You shouldn't eat bread for breakfast. It gets you bloated.
Or
For
however
reasons, look at his missing arm.
or however much an arm weighs.
I lost weight.
Probably like 10 pounds.
Like, you just can regain the weight through pancakes.
Through pancakes.
Somehow
has a
grows
pancake
into arm.
Through the power of pancakes.
Everything is possible.
He just goes to the baker
First
and
of
makes these, like,
all,
loaf
through the
of bread
power
that
of
is shaped like
banking.
an arm and just attaches it for emergency rations.
Emergency ration.
Finger looking good.
You.
Why
Dirty
don't
cannibal.
you have a detachable arm?
So yeah,
It's very handy.
the arm of a 150-pound average human being weighs about 8 pounds.
I was close.
Hmm.
You sound almost offended.
Edmund?
Edmund's probably also just kind of going about the town to interact with people, and then also, once again, everyone's supposed to step out of the forests and just enjoy nature, because there has not been a chance to do that much with the gnolls and the horrors.
The horrors. The horrors that are somewhat between understandable and incomprehensible.
And that's one of the benefits of a paramilitary state, is that your only enemy is the government.
It's just that when you're in that paramilitary state, the government is everything.
Yes.
Not a big fan of the government.
Immediately dies.
Diogenes like appears behind you, suplexes you.
Refuses to elaborate. Leaves.
He's
And
the
the
rogue
last
servant
one.
for this fucking game.
The
I
last
am the law.
one, Gianna.
Gianna, for once, is actually awake at this ungodly hour of 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning.
She's
Is she
probably
awake
like,
because she didn't sleep?
she would have slept poorly, but slept.
I see.
She's probably like staring up at the ceiling while Gabriella's just like poking her, trying to get her out of bed. She's also trying to hyperthink about what the fuck to do. Because the two plans are attack the guy that will likely kill us, or go to the island that'll likely kill us.
I vote for the island.
The guy will definitely kill us.
We'll have to meet him sooner or later. It's just whether we want to sooner or later is the question.
Later is better.
We just need like 5 servants to go after him.
Do you see 5 servants spare somewhere?
Oh,
Well, we
I
have
mean,
one.
maybe. We don't know how many are around this island.
We also don't. That's actually a good point. Okay.
We need to find some servants.
You
well, there's
already
one way to
have-
do it.
You literally have one in your pocket. You just gotta pull him out.
Well, I don't know how to. Well, we don't know how to do that, which is now Gianna's objective for the day.
You're gonna learn how to summon a servant?
Yep.
In
She's
this
gonna-
economy?
In this economy. You're gonna just walks up to Woodrow, puts catalyst on the floor, do the thing,
Teach. Teach me.
do the thing.
Do I need the blood of a virgin? Do I need like how many pounds of gold do you
Sometimes. Variable.
Well, I mean, money is really nice, and I am, and Ryder really likes money. All I'm saying.
Maybe like a pound of flesh.
I mean, he also does like virgins.
Maybe like some really
You'll
good
have
food.
something to put on your resume.
That
We all know he's a terrible person.
that information is known. They were all way too young to do the things that they did.
Theseus is well known as one of the worst heroes in Greek myth, personality-wise.
There are worse.
I don't think there's a lot worse.
Yeah, I gotta give
Even
it
with
to you.
Sisyphus, he was pretty.
Sisyphus wasn't a hero.
Well,
He's just a dumbass.
He's just a dumbass.
He was a
he
villain.
was quite intelligent, just the wrong kind of intelligent.
Anyways,
He was the ultimate scammer.
back on task.
So is the plan to go to Woodrow?
Yeah, you'd see the two that are sitting in the thing is gonna see Gianna up at this hour, just like looking around, looking for Edmund. And then she'll walk up to you guys. Where's Edmund? Have you seen him?
He went off away into the
Probably
forest.
Nowhere.
frolicking in the woods
He
somewhere.
went frolicking in the woods.
He went to have some jolly time in the woods.
He didn't give any notice.
Definitely smoking mushrooms in the woods.
Well, I'm going to go find him, and I'm going to go talk to Woodrow. Because it seems more and more like we possibly could use a servant, and we kind of have one already.
That's fair.
Making sure to discuss this in quiet to not be heard by other people.
No
As
worries.
I want to come with you, but Woodrow
you have
said
to learn this too, but also I'm not sure if I want you to learn.
Woodrow said I shouldn't be there when the ritual happens. Considering I had got a boon from just learning how an exorcism happens, I can't imagine how delighted Dagon would be to learn how a servant is summoned. Would I know, Jim?
Which part?
Like if me just going with Gianna to see what we need to do for a servant summoning is gonna be bad. As in, like, Dagon would find that good, and
I mean,
I don't want that.
Your line of thought is your line of thought. You don't have access to Dagon just
You
to
can't
like
incite Dagon.
incite him, yeah.
What? No. Why the hell not? He's a creature.
You can always use contact on the plane and just ask him.
No, I think
You know about this information? If so, do you mind if you not look for 10 minutes, please?
I can help you with that. So chances are he's not even thinking about you and you're just worrying for no reason.
You know, I don't
Bullshit.
know. Hey, boss,
there are more important things.
would you mind about learning how a servant is summoned? A what?
What the heck is that?
Mick who?
Make who?
They can do what now?
That's how
I
foreigners
need
are
one
born.
of those.
But yes, is anyone going to accompany Gianna? That question includes Oliver, since he would be outside and see her leaving.
Would you like company, Gianna?
Sure. At this point, I'm always afraid of getting murked, so any company is better than nothing.
Well, I am a professional bodyguard.
Wonderful.
That is
Well,
true.
you might as well,
I'll find
you
something
might as
to
well
pay
stay
you.
together while we can.
Yeah.
I guess.
And Jackson can turn around when any conversation happens.
He just closes his eyes and sticks his fingers in his ears.
I do not like this idea.
You know, I haven't
What
picked the
idea?
spells for today. This is, you know, what, I'm gonna do that. All right, hold on.
Catnap. Here, have a sleep.
I already have catnap's already prepared. Don't worry.
No.
Catnap
Stop.
should be an aggressive spell. Force people to sleep.
Go, cat.
sleep.
Sleep. Catnap.
Spell.
No, but then it's 10 minutes instead of like 1.
Be well rested, bitch.
I love you. Good
Power
night.
word sleep.
Power
Have a
words.
good night.
That would actually be a pretty good spell. Power word sleep.
Get comfy.
No, it's like
I think stun is 8th level.
get unconscious.
Yeah.
So
Idiot.
is everybody just going with Gianna?
I mean,
I
for
guess
now,
so.
yes,
We're
they go.
gonna,
I
we're
guess.
gonna go find Edmund first, and
I
then
mean-
we're gonna go to.
Jackson can always just use sending to talk to Edmund.
The thing I'm also going to say is Edmund is not being hidden. Might be in nature, but he's close by.
Yeah,
I
at best,
can
I'd just
use-
be pointing my finger, casting message until he hears me.
I can use sending, but that costs like a spell slot, so I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I got
Just yell
I kinda
really
need
loudly,
ones.
like "Yo, Edmund,
Edmund!
Hey yo,
motherfucker!"
bitch, what's up?
Pick up the phone!
Stop talking to birds and get over here.
That's it. The fuck's a phone?
It's a new technology. It's like the tap.
It's been around for like a century.
Look, mages.
I don't think they have phones, and I don't think they have landlines in the middle of the woods.
That's why you're wrong, crabs.
Just sticks his hand in a
I mean,
tree
at
and pulls
this-
out a fucking phone.
At this point, phones are commonplace.
Well,
No.
commonplace is
No, I
There's a
don't know about
stretch
commonplace.
in the middle of the
right.
island.
like,
Okay, sorry. And
Here they wouldn't be commonplace.
on the
Commonplace.
continents, like not on the islands, but like on the continents, they'd be relatively commonplace.
But you could easily find a phone here if you went to a public office.
Is it
To be
like a
fair-
living phone?
Also, the reason I say that is, considering what modern mages use as technology, imagine mages from this time period.
Yeah, they're also living in the medieval period.
Yes.
Carrier pigeon, go.
Are all mages Amish?
Yes.
No.
Basically.
I
Yeah,
got
it
what's in the
depends.
Dresden universe
not-
are.
It depends
Wow.
on the family, but most of them tend to have some aversion to technology.
So literally,
At the very
either...
least,
Oh,
at the
sorry,
very least,
go ahead.
most of the clock tower mages don't really care for technology. Like the Aozakis, they're pretty good with tech from what we see.
From what I
Yes.
remember, I keep on interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was the end of that statement.
From what I remember, they're in like modern, like in like 2005, 2010, made like clock tower. There are several families who are just multinational, like multi-billionaire corporations, and they just exist. And one of them is
That's because they're old money.
yeah, they're just like, oh yes, we just have a tech corporation that we're just fucking around with.
Has nothing to do with us, though.
Yes.
And then the other one's one's like a media corporation that their heir is literally just an idol.
They literally disseminate technology so everyone else's magic goes down.
Science.
Their whole magic involves beauty, which is really weird.
Huh.
Like
As you do.
they are
Yeah,
literally bred
charms.
to be the most beautiful person in existence.
Hmm.
Hang on, like if on like your Pokemon
perhaps
is on like
there's-
charms and the like.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to this.
We go find
yeah.
Edmund.
Yes.
Fuck
And
it.
he is found.
About
Yeah, well, if everybody else is going, I'll go.
about 20 minutes.
Edmund finds
later,
us.
Edmund finds you all because he has the perception, not you.
I
I think I'm equal to Edmund. I don't remember, but I think I am.
I got a
your
good.
passive perception?
Edmund's 19, yours is 18.
Mine's also 18,
It's
just so
true.
you know.
Mine's 11.
I don't want to spend the feet on getting expertise, so it's gonna stay that way.
But yes, you recollect yourselves as a group and you go searching for a blue bird. Unless, of course, Jackson wants to expedite the process.
Should I, guys?
No.
It costs like stuff.
We'll just go find the bluebird.
I'm really great at finding birds.
I'm saving all my
No,
stuff
you're
for
good
when
at
we
gathering birds,
inevitably
there's a
have to
difference.
storm an island full of fucking demons.
We had to do that anyway.
Yes. That's always a possibility. But yes, you spend some time in town to no avail, then decide to head a bit to the outskirts, closer to where you would have found Edmund in the first place.
Okay.
And you see the bluebird that Woodrow normally wild shapes into, making its way across the road, going. Let me open the map back up so I can use proper terminology.
Fades?
So, since you are all in Paros, he would be coming from Antiparos to Paros, so making his way back to the city where you are all located, as his job has been to scout and monitor the activity in the other island. Upon seeing you all, and most likely have his attention caught by your presence, he does make his way into a more thicker part of the foliage and bursts out as a person. I see that you are all awake at an early time. He looks at Jana. What a surprise.
There is an unamused stare.
So,
He
what
kind
brings
of
you to the
nudges
road?
her.
What did
Well-
Oliver say?
He just kind of nudges her.
Oh, I see.
Because Woodrow's probably like, yes.
It has come to our attention that there is a dangerous adversary here. A true ancestor.
His happy demeanor is no longer happy. It's now sad.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. That Mayor Plight we were talking about, where we said the new sheriff in charge was in fact probably a vampire. It's even more worse than a normal vampire. So
You see him look down on the ground, take a heavy breath, and then just sigh. Well, they do seem to follow us, don't they?
we're just very good at finding them. But we need more firepower, and for that I think we need to start employing what the Grail has bestowed upon us. So could you teach us how to do ritual things?
He raises an eyebrow, and then he stops for a moment, raises both eyebrows. Oh yes, that would be much better than the alternative. Yes.
Oh, for posterity's sake, what is the alternative?
Oh, the alternative would be to probably call upon either Tanner again or another executioner.
Hmm.
To raise the fucking village.
That might be preferably avoided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on how well we can deal with him.
Yep. I was aware that inviting Tanner would possibly cause Jackson to have a fit. But yes.
Probably.
So he scratches his nose. You want to learn the ritual then?
If not to use now, then to use later.
I mean,
Because
there
definitely
is,
don't have the resources to do it now.
We don't know that yet.
You
Should I be here for this?
I'm not gonna say the things here. He just kind of like points with his arms to the middle of the road.
There's a place as any other.
Maybe He's not in the
So
middle of-
you wish to just know it in case of an emergency? That's not probably going to happen. This does take a little bit of time.
More of just so we know if we need to gather any resources, because things are going to start escalating within the week.
Oh, I see.
So
It gives us a chance to prepare on our terms rather than
yeah,
play catch up at the end.
Also, you probably should call Tanner anyways.
It's probably true. If we fail, there's going to be no alternative.
Oh, if you fail, I feel sorry for what will happen to Tanner. I was going to say a thing, but then I remembered that Jackson is here. Jiro, my dear, could you
Yes.
escort Jackson a mile away or so?
Of course. Come on, Jackson. Let's go have a drink.
Sure, but a mile?
Yep, come on. Just sort of starts like poking him. Come on.
Fuck, I guess.
Y'all stay safe. Me and come on. I walk away.
I'd say, once those two leave, Edmund just kind of looks at them like leaving. It's like, I get the feeling that was probably a bad choice to send those two off alone.
Alright, Jiro, let's go find some planes.
Actually, we could probably use.
damn!
if
I
we
should
do
have gone
find-
with them.
If we do get a plane, we could probably fly it. All I'm saying.
All I'm saying.
Come on,
Like, he's saying
let's go
that
kill God.
In character. All I'm saying. We get a plane, we could fly that shit into the weird thing.
Look, I told us before, we need to find that master with the plane and convince him to land as his plane.
I don't think that will happen. We should just find a different plane.
We should just get another one.
Is there an airport on this island?
There is one in Naxos.
But in Paros.
I don't think there is one in Paros.
I don't think we're gonna find a plane here, Jiro.
Then we're probably not going to find his plane either. So let's not worry about that.
Knowledge.
Oh, but his is a magical plane, so maybe you can land
But
on
he
other.
still lands.
Magical.
but he still lands at an airport.
Oh, who knows? Maybe he
magical
can land in the
plane.
middle of a fucking forest. I don't know what the magical
Anyway.
plane does.
Yeah, I don't know either. Let's not worry about it.
Let's
Sure.
not worry.
Let's just drink to the end
Yeah.
of the fucking world.
Yeah, listen, we can just go, I don't know, hit on girls.
I
I don't
I
speak
would
the
rather-
language, but we can try.
would rather you don't do that, maybe.
Great.
And we leave.
And you leave, yes.
Everyone just heard this conversation.
Yep. Jiro was just counting, not Jiro, Woodrow was just counting on you all to keep talking so that you could reach a point where the group no longer hears you. But yes. After they leave, Woodrow turns to you all. You had told me before that you had stolen catalyst from a dear friend, a contractor, and that you intended to use it. Am I correct in this assumption?
We didn't steal it from him. We just were told to go steal it and then didn't turn it in.
So, if I tell you, and he just looks in the direction that all of the Jackson and Jiro went, squint a bit. Okay.
Jackson just like periodically stops and looks back.
Just sort of come on, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't worry about it.
He looks back,
But I wanted-
squinting.
But I wanted to hear what he had to say.
No, come on.
I guess this thing really is a curse.
Woodrow just nods. If I were to tell you that you have everything that you need to summon your servant, what would your reaction be?
Surprise, honestly.
Yeah, no, most of the time rituals take a bit of effort to pull off. Nice to hear we actually have already done the legwork.
Yes, the most important part in summoning the servant is the catalyst. If you do not summon with a catalyst, the Grail will randomly assign a servant to you that the Grail finds to be a good fit. So the catalyst allows you to control more precisely who you wish to summon. But apart from that, you only require a bit of your own blood and the proper sigil. And that you can just draw it whatever you wish. However, I must say, how much information do you know about your servant?
Gianna would know, but could somebody else?
I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it just? Didn't we just know it as Greek, a famous?
It was
a Greek sword.
No, we
famous.
did know. We do know it's Theseus.
Yes, you did.
Or it
It's
was
Theseus.
linked
Oh,
to
yes.
Theseus.
It was
Ah.
Theseus, yes.
Yeah, we found that at the museum. It was specifically
Well,
linked to Theseus.
It was maybe his sword.
It was purported to be Theseus' sword.
I can
Yes.
give you a quick rundown.
Yes, please.
Theseus is the Minotaur Slayer. That is his biggest feat.
Okay.
He is also the greatest hero of Athens.
Yeah, the
Yes.
first king or something.
No, he's
Yeah,
not
he-
the first king. He is just okay. It's
The
weird.
greatest hero, something like that. Yeah.
He basically Athens is like poster boy.
Yes, he is the Athenian Heracles,
See.
just not as good.
Yeah.
That's he's more like Cadmus.
There's no same ring to it.
Cadmus he's a bit of a lesser known guy, but he's from the same generation of heroes as Perseus and Bellerophon.
Yeah. Woodrow
Wait.
will then nod. The more you know about your servant and the more you can connect to them, I guess, it will make the summoning easier on both sides of the ritual, both on your end and on actually creating the body that the servant will inhabit. So if you know, for example, that the servant is interested in the greater good and you are a person that is interested in the greater good, that would help you in your summoning. However, if your servant prefers a more selfish lifestyle dedicated to themselves, and that is something that you take interest in, if, for example, that's the direction your wish is going, then perhaps that pairing would be better. Additionally, knowing the language that your servant spoke in life, or a language that your servant spoke in life, can help you, and also the location. If you are to summon, let's say, we are in Greece, a Greek servant in Japan, it will not be as strong as their true legend.
Well then. Certainly helps. As far as like the actual ritual goes, is there any specific runes that we have to draw, incantations, spell ability that we have to give up?
Yes, there is a it's not necessarily how can I say this? It's not necessarily a perfect match, but there is one hymn that should be said. It can be slightly altered to modify the class container that your servant will be in. So, for example, you can take the catalyst of mostly anyone you wish, and if you add certain verses, you can convert them into a berserker. And he pulls out a sketchbook and draws in a very good detail, a summoning circle specifically to summon a servant.
Be sure to duplicate that in her own journal.
Oh, he just rips the page off and gives it to you.
Oh, I mean, if Gianna notes it down, Admin's just taking the sheet.
Yep.
Yeah.
That also works.
Okay. So, and then we have one catalyst. In the event of we don't have another, what happens then? Can we just say, I call upon the Heracles, and then he shows up? Or do we have to have a catalyst to do that?
I mean, from what was said, at least, it should choose what the Grail deems to at least be a functional servant for you.
Well, right, but I'm just saying, can we just like huck suggestions in there and then something pops up, or
I don't see why not. However, yes, the Grail will make its decision based on whatever it wants.
okay, no, worth the shot.
And along with that, relying on the random one will probably limit your ability to draw out that
yes, if you
knowledge,
do
power
if you
from knowledge.
do use a servant to fight this dead apostle, then I do think then with your strength combined with the servant, that should be enough. However, if you do wish to summon another, I may have an object of interest that I am willing to part with, as long as Antiparos is dealt with.
Is that a can we have that to assist, or is that a once that is complete, then you give catalyst?
I have been assigned possession of this item till the demonic presence is either completely removed or the source is at least debilitated enough so that other members of the church could finish the job in smaller areas. So unless Antiparos is completely dealt with, I may not part with it.
Okay. Hmm. Well, what are we thinking?
While you decide, he flips to another page and starts writing an incantation.
Oh yes, please.
This is the one that Rin used in the English version of the thing.
Perfect.
But who's your ancestor?
Now comes the real debate of if we want to summon, and if so, which of us.
Yes.
But I do believe. Thank you, Woodrow, for the information so far.
Oh yes, that is technically now my job.
Yeah, but it's still at least nice to have someone to talk to for this.
That we didn't have to go to Tobias, and that is thankful enough. That means the world.
He smirks while still looking at the sheet of paper and writing it.
Okay, well, um, I'm not sure. Well, maybe one servant could tend the tails, and we are in Greece, so this Theseus will be more powerful. Heck,
Woodrow
by-
just
by de-
raises an eyebrow. Oh, please don't go saying the name of your servant out loud.
I was, it's private. Whatever. You know what I mean. I'm sick. Shut up.
Yes,
A servant from here would gain power.
Yes.
you'll still plan to explore the island?
Yes, we should definitely do that and find, if nothing else, a remote place.
Because if Woodrow's around, that does make my spying on the dead apostle somewhat more safe, as someone to head to if things take a bad turn.
Mm-hmm. So what are you suggesting? We summon the servant and then them and you stay here to watch Mr.
Well, I do think it'd be an
ancestor and we go elsewhere.
honestly, there's the statement to be said at least of leaving the caster and like either me or Gianna and servant behind. I don't know the limits of a servant, but I can't imagine they can go infinitely away from their master.
If they operate by normal familiar rules, then yeah, they shouldn't be able to.
I am good at running away, so as long as there's at least I could get to Woodrow's, he wouldn't. They wouldn't want to cause too much trouble right away.
Hmm.
But not saying I don't plan on getting caught by any means.
I would hope not.
Woodrow finishes writing the incantation, rips the page, and gives it to you as a group.
She'll copy it in her book and then pass it to Edmund.
Edmund will destroy it with the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yes, while you all think on what to do with this new information, what other information did you acquire about this dead apostle?
Oh,
They're
yes.
definitely taking over the government of this town.
Mm-hmm.
The name is Diogenes, and they have their idea blood is of, I don't know the specific name, but it's
Fire.
something related to fire. Oh, it's just fire?
Fire.
Oh, fire.
Yes.
Yeah, idea bloods are very simple.
Yeah, it's a concept thing.
Idea blood is not very smart.
Yeah. No,
It's basically
It's
just an
just-
origin for a vampire.
it's true. Oh, fire. Oh, Woodrow just raises an eyebrow. Okay.
So, in terms of what at least he can do that we could possibly reproduce, would be a close second. He can do the fireball incantation as well as burning hands just innately. Touching him hurts, being around him hurts, hitting him hurts, the usual things. And he's more resistant to heat and cold, obviously. He can also manipulate fire and probably has something similar to what other Virgin, thank you, Virgin had.
I can't imagine he'd be any weaker than Persian. Most likely, at least a good bit stronger.
Yes, Virgin was thankfully just a seed of the real forest.
What made him dangerous was that, well, his ability to grow those trees.
Yes.
He didn't have much personal strength.
But this, to put it in perspective, Virgin was a seed. It was just the start of something made out of Einash. The real forest is a proper, true ancestor. So, we're speaking of someone in the same level of the forest of Einash.
Wonderful.
I was going to ask, do any of you possess any church blessed weaponry?
I mean, I was baptized when I was born. Does that count?
Nope.
No.
Because without that and without a servant, you are surely not going to deal with Jenny.
Does clavicle magic work as a
Yes.
substitute?
Yes, it does.
Well, I have some of that, so
Only you?
in a pinch.
He looks at Edmund. I think you could get through this natural resistance, but at the same time, that apostles are supposed to be parts of nature, so it's kind of confusing.
Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, it depends on the nature of it and which way it's shown.
I can't imagine I have to do too much, but at the very least I can hurt him. There's no chance of anything else, though.
While you can probably hurt him, I do believe your bow is important enough to have some sort of mystique.
In a way, they were made to hunt the yokai, the oni, the demons of our land.
Mm-hmm. However, I do not think that you could kill him with it.
No, that is certain.
And I don't think that even with the more hungry and more powerful version of Jiro, that even him could put a proper end to Diogenes.
No, as in our culture, we usually have onmyology to perform sealing arts.
That would help, yes. So I could, instead of gathering personnel, since you do intend on at least in some way utilizing a servant, I could maybe try to get an executioner weaponry to help you. A weapon blessed by the church, permitted to be used Most likely by Gianna, since she is the most, it does air quotes, religious.
Related party.
Yes.
I take offense to this. I'll have you know many priests are quite heretical. Okay, so I need to look for maybe another silver bullet or two, just in case. More threats around the island. Maybe deal with the other island if we have the capacity.
Did did Diogenes say anything about the mercenary men, the army?
They were here essentially as kind of like a cover-up or as a sacrifice catalyst type thing. Because they're supposed to leave within the week. So I'm assuming they're just extra bodies. Whatever's needed.
When we met at the temple back in Tinos, right after you had met Jackson, there was some talk about one of the gnolls there utilizing a gem and touching that gem upon a human who would then for some reason change place with someone on the other side, the reverse side. So we could be dealing with mass substitution of some sort. Since we never actually got the robbers of all those church safes and banks.
Possibly. Oh, and the station. Go ahead.
It's very possible. It's whatever their plan is. It's very concerning.
Since you intend on going to Antiparos, or at least investigating somewhat, I think I'll focus my efforts for now here. Try to find something that could lead us to a hint of Diogenes' plan. This seems a bit more important at the moment.
That's what it is. Keeping me here to get him used to having eyes on him for when we do eventually formulate a plan to deal with him.
Good, yes.
As that seems to be a strong trait of his perception of not his ability to spot people, but to feel when he is being watched. It's a very strong sense of that.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything else that you wish to discuss? I think we're approaching it, and Jiro would probably get bored of Jackson and return.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
good
haven't
sir,
done-
you give me a mission.
Assuming they haven't
Not
run off
that
and done
boring.
their own thing yet.
Yeah, that just means they can get into more trouble.
Depends on if they actually went drinking.
Suddenly, an explosion.
You see,
Well,
for some reason, a mushroom cloud coming out from the town.
On the distance, mushroom cloud.
You know, I think the problem solves itself. We should leave.
Why couldn't you have done that on the other island, you fool?
Because you had to save it.
Woodrow will just point out, if you do wish to summon your servant, please remind yourselves to keep Jackson at bay. And also, closer to the center of the island, there's a small, I wouldn't call it properly a church or a chapel, but a praying spot. If you wish to use a more reserved area, I think that would be the furthest away from every other civilized spot.
Duly noted.
Just know that there's a bit of a trek uphill. You will just swallow dry and say, well, off to hunting at the Tapasso we go.
Once again, we're here.
Yep. Have fun. Keep it very, 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 very. They seem to like going from the police station to a warehouse that points to Edmund he knows about. And the
As
town
well,
hall.
Woodrow, be careful. He knows at least one of us can change form. Managed to figure me out.
Oh, that's great. My one strategy compromised. I'll see what I can do. But
I mean, to be fair, I saw a mechanical bird the other day, so...
oh dear. Ooh. Those damn bastards and that technology.
Yeah, so people are paying attention now, at least anyone involved.
Is it any wonder people are afraid of technology?
But yes, with that, he will just wave goodbye once more. Wish that you be careful with your summoning, with Jackson, and whatever else jobs you have to do before leaving toward the city of Naxos. Oh, actually, Paros does have an airport. The thing that is marked on the map is at the airport. It was marked. It's no longer there. Fuck.
You know what that means.
You know what that means, Jiro?
You know about it until now, so...
Try to take over the world.
So, which one of us is Pinky and the other one Brain?
I think we're both Pinky, to be honest.
Fair enough.
But yes, you two. Is there anything that you would like to have done during this?
I would actually like to scout out the airfield.
That would be like around an hour away, but yes, you can just go
I mean,
there.
he wants us. I mean, a mile is a pretty far. Like, a mile's pretty far. So
I'd say that's about a mile away.
One tile is a mile. Yeah.
You see, I do not see the map.
Indeed, I don't see it either.
Well, I opened it up myself.
Let me show it again.
They're all called unidentified map. Which one is it?
Yeah, this one was identified as Noxos.
Aha.
I see.
You know,
Teleport to
it's in your
Maine,
image.
they actually are.
It's in your images as Noxus.
Yes.
You see, that is a mile away.
You see, they are all pinky. There is no brain.
We need to go a mile away. I'd say that fits the bill.
Exactly.
It's either
Gotta
that
go.
or the police station.
Gonna
We go-
fly a airplane into Antiparos.
Yes. We just need to bomb all of Antiparos.
I like this idea. Yeah, we go to the.
Remember that there's teleport shenanigans, so don't actually bomb the coast of Paros by teleporting onto the northern island and thinking it's the right island.
Oh no, we're gonna bomb some civilians, I guess.
World War III has, or World War II has just begun. Roll initiative.
So you just keep walking, I guess. No,
Yeah.
no intention of stopping.
I'll be right back. I gotta go eat dinner.
Does
Mhm.
do any of our party members give us anything to suggest we should come back? Does anything suggest we should stop?
No.
I mean, you're the one with the long distance contact.
Yep, you were the one who
You've
sent
got
it.
the phone.
True, but I'm not gonna call them because fuck them and their secret fucking rituals.
Look,
I want
we
to
can
take a
just
look at
yell
the
really
planes.
loud.
If you're within 120 feet, I could tell you to go fuck yourself, but that's about it.
And I thought arranged a long time ago.
Man, sorry, that just created the image in my head of Gianna just repeatedly casting a message towards our target
Yes.
of Diogenes and just going like at all hours of the day.
Oi,
Yes.
yes, I want to take a look at the planes.
Okay. After about an hour, actually, the talk with Woodrow would have taken like at most half an hour. After that, you realize that maybe they don't know when they will come back. So, is the rest of the group going to just continue walking down the road?
Honestly, Edmund's probably going to wild shape and try to catch up to let them know we're finished.
Okay. What are you turning into?
Give me a moment to look at bird speeds.
A
Bird.
sparrow.
Burbus. When they're around, we call them borbs.
Yes.
Imagine like eagle would be the fastest.
What, 60 for eagle? Yeah. Let's go with an eagle.
I can imagine you're gonna get higher than 60.
Oh no, that's why I was just like, let me find the bird stat sheets.
You'll find the fastest damn bird.
I have
The
the fastest
fastest
bird.
low-level fly speed.
Actually, I think 60 is the average.
Yeah.
Eagles are better than owls because they have a 10-foot walk speed, while owls will have a 5-foot walk speed.
Why do you need to walk? You're a bird. Just fly. LMAO.
Well, if they get earth-binded,
Well, at that point, I think you're just fucked.
At that point, just shapeshift out of it.
That.
Just drop
Earthbind.
shape.
it's a great spell that's never used. It's
I
a
think-
dragon rend from Skyrim.
I mean, if you're a familiar, couldn't you just poof out of existence before anyone could actually damage you?
No, that's a action or bonus action on the player's side.
Fuck!
Earthbind is actually a really good spell.
It is very nice.
Like it's best
Doesn't
used for
fire-
like if you're trying to get
fire
like an enemy wizard or spellcaster who's cast a fly spell on themselves
Yeah.
because it's a strength save. So it doesn't actually work that well on dragons.
Mhm.
Which is one of
Dragon is a
our
bird.
main enemies. You would need to ground.
Yeah, but it is actually a good spell, especially with a range of 300 feet.
Dragon Rend.
Um, it would still take a while for you to reach them. But Edmund, as you fly high, you can see that they are heading towards the airport.
Edmund internally. I was joking. I was completely joking. Why?
So, Jackson and Jiro. But mostly just Jackson because Jiro is away.
He's eating.
You do
Yes.
find your way, following some signs, to the airport.
Yes.
I would like you to roll me a d100 and choose before you roll high or low.
I choose low.
Okay. That's the opposite of low.
Yes.
As you look into the airport, the road you're in is about the same height level than the airport, so you can't really see into it that much. But you do see that on the place where the planes are when they are not on the runway, I forgot the name.
The hangars.
Yes, the hangars. There are a couple planes, mostly private planes, like ones that would fit only 1 to 2 people. You don't see any plane that would take passengers at all. And you do see that the movement inside seems to be normal, like a normal day. It does appear to be slightly underutilized, you would think, for it being 2 days till New Year's Eve. There should be people traveling, but this airport seems a little bit less used.
Do I recognize any planes?
Roll me a perception check.
That is.
I'm back.
Hello,
Here.
back.
Oh, getaway airs.
So, am I doing anything?
You both arrived at the airport. It does seem slightly underutilized during this mostly traveling season of end of the year. But also there are no big planes, ones that would carry more than 1 or 2 people. And Jackson was going to roll me a perception check, but he is being ganked.
Alas. Where is
Could I
Yes.
also roll a perception check?
Sure. He was trying to identify a plane that he already knows about.
Yeah. There's a 7.
You would both know that there are no planes that you had seen before in this hangar.
There are unlimited planes, but no planes.
But no planes. Games, but no bacons.
Games, but no games.
I don't want these. I want the super special edition plane.
Well,
The Type Moon plane.
I'm
The
going
promotional
to
plan that they used to advertise the game.
going to sit on the hill and watch the planes.
I'll sit beside him.
I will be sad because I cannot hear what the big people are talking about.
Also, just pat him on the shoulder.
I will watch the planes. And I will take solace in figuring out the way people flow throughout the airport, who goes where, and why, and when. I will case the airport.
Edmund, you would notice that they stopped and are just staring, sightseeing.
Staring forlornly at planes.
Okay. How close is Edmund to them, or is he like within range to reach them, or is it still?
You could
A
reach
bit away.
them within a couple of minutes. It's just that eagle vision.
Eagle vision plus Edmund.
Yes.
Scream!
Yeah, Edmund's just gonna keep heading them to actually like go inform them they can start making their way back whenever.
Hmm.
Guys got a couple minutes.
Yes, this is depressing. I will stand up and walk back.
I'll follow along.
Edmund, you notice that they are going the other way.
Or are they heading back the way they came?
Seems so.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. The point of the Edmund's just gonna land in front of them.
Haka.
You guys just see an eagle.
We'll stare at the eagle.
Also stares at the eagle.
It hops into a bush and then Edmund comes out.
Oh, okay.
Ah. I see.
I thought we were just gonna have like an epic staring contest.
Stares at what the fuck.
Sorry it took a while. You guys made good distance, and you're good to come join us whenever you want.
Sure. Sure. Did he provide any useful information?
I'd say so, but we're still trying to figure out what we can do with it.
I see. Well, let's get going then, I guess.
Here, do you want to head back to the town we were staying at? I'll fly back over there and let them know to meet up there.
Sure, if we have nowhere better to go.
Like I said, I'm not. That feels like a good staging area, if nothing else.
Sure.
And Edmund sighs, wild shapes into a bird, and flies off.
Here I go again.
Here I go again on my own.
3 or 4 wild shapes.
You get back on a short rest.
To be fair, I have 2, but I recharge on a
It's 2?
short rest.
Yeah, it's only 2.
I've never once played the druids. I don't know.
It's 2 until you're like.
Here's the thing: that's it's like 2, so I'm out. But if we take a singular short rest, I'll have them back.
It's 1 at level 1, and then 2 at level 5, and then 3 at level 20.
No, it's 2 from level
Isn't
2,
infinite at level
and
20?
then infinite at level 20. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that's what makes Moondruids so broken.
Yep.
Because their capstone is infinite health.
Infinite health.
As a bonus action.
As a bonus action, I cast
Excellent.
infinite health.
Luckily, I
Yes.
can do this because Edmund doesn't use Wild Shape for anything but looking around.
It's true.
Good job taking away my 200 HP. Would you like to do it again?
I think one of the Tasha's druid features is lets you use your wild shape and as a summon familiar.
Oh, absolutely no, Edmund has that. That's what the ferret is.
Yes.
Right. That's Tasha's still a lot of good stuff. That's a lot of bad stuff too, but a lot of good stuff. It's like rogues, sharpshooter.
That's horseshit.
It was that sharpshooters are their free advantage forever as long as you don't move. That's every rogue with a bow.
Anyways, on to other things. They're walking.
We are
Mhm.
walking.
I started walking.
So Edmund
So-
regroups with everyone, spreads the news, and then you all go back to Paros.
Yay.
Once you've regrouped, is there anything that you would like to do?
So how much of a reality is it to be able to summon the servant?
Actually, it could take maybe like half a day.
It's
We just need to.
doable. We'd have to figure a few things out, but it's manageable.
It's
Very
achievable.
doable in our time legal limit.
And will this servant be able to, like, actually help us?
That's a fantastic question.
I mean, as far as
principle,
Woodrow
yes.
is concerned, yes.
Well, Woodrow seems like the expert.
It's a fascinating thing about familiars is that they're always an exception, and with how things have been going for us, we could just have that exception right now. I don't know.
If
But-
we're capable of doing it, and we, like all that stuff, and we can do it almost like within half a day, and it will help immensely in the fights ahead, then we should probably do it.
You're correct. I don't know why I have such reservations about it.
Because you're tying yourself to the war, even though you're already tied to the war.
It's a proper, almost signal to allow fighting to start.
It's taking
Yeah.
that
Currently, we're
step
randos.
It's the proper declaration.
It'll put us on the map, alright. Fuck it.
So I guess the question is, whom look towards Edmund?
So how exactly does the sword fit into all of this? The thing that we specifically stole for the war?
It acts sort of like a selector. Lets you
And
hone on to who you want to summon.
and the selector is the king guy?
Or somebody directly associated with them. We don't know for sure.
I see. So
Shut up, Jackson. Bitch.
And immediately starts taking notes. Like the little bitch he is.
so doing this would either summon the guy the sword, the guy, or someone close to him that could be considered a servant.
Presumably, who'd ever have wielded the sword, whether it's the king's or an associate that would end up being tied to the king.
From this guidebook I have, like, literally pulls out a guidebook that he's like, oh yeah, I had bought this a while ago.
Is it in
Uh,
Greek?
No, he had specifically bought it in English because it's a tourist's guide.
Yep.
That's fair. See, I have this guidebook. I can't read it, but I have it.
According to, like, from what I can see in the thing, the king was apparently part of a collection of heroes who sail on the ship. That's really neat. And fought a lot of stuff when he was really young, like 16 years old young.
I feel like this is your attempt to pitch us your idea, and we're already sold.
No, I'm just like, this is Jiro being like,
Yeah.
yeah, here's more information.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, if I might say, Jan, it comes down to who we think would be more compatible with this servant.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, there's the kicker. I don't know for certain.
But he does seem to have really bad issues with women. So,
Oh.
well, more of like every time he has a relationship with a woman, it kind of goes south, or he fucks it up in some form.
It's usually him messing it up. Like every single one of his relationships is ruined by himself.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of like tragic heroes in general. So hubris.
No, Hubris was the other guy. That's better fun.
Like the thing is, he wasn't all that hubrisy. He just like really liked girls.
It was that he didn't think.
Yeah,
Pretty
he didn't
kitty
think
girls.
through his actions.
He never thought once in his life.
Like I said.
What is a
hubris.
thought?
He killed his dad because he forgot to change the sails from black to white to show that he was alive.
It just has ADHD, my friends.
Listen, he's just me. Only
Theseus mentioned!
he has really weird relationships with women, and I don't, because I don't really talk to women.
Theseus mentioned! Ah! What the hell is a thought?
So it comes down to if we feel like that could be used or should be avoided.
However, it seems he had after he became king, he enacted a lot of like he did some sort of thing called a I don't even know how to say that. He sort of like collected all the nearby minor cities nearby him, like all the areas and villages, sort of like formed them into just the entire city-state that he ruled.
Turned it into a larger collective.
Yeah. And I could be wrong, but he might, because it's very confusing what it's referencing, because it's also like backtracking to other like stories that don't involve him but take place in Athens. But basically, he might have like invented democracy.
Just gotta stay in one place for a long time and people talk mad shit.
Democracy has been invented a lot of times in Greek myth.
Yeah. That's the one problems with historical text is that usually there's a pretty big bias.
I mean, this isn't even historical text; it's just mythology. So
Athens, they wrote a lot about themselves because they really thought highly of themselves.
It's historical hearsay.
My sources, I made it the fuck up.
My sources made it the fuck up.
That is mythology, yes.
Yep.
The memes.
So I
Also true.
suppose I'm just not sure who would technically be the better fit.
coin.
Yeah, just skip a
Uh,
coin. I mean,
who's chaotic neutral?
Look, I should be the one to control the servant, clearly.
Shut the fuck text.
I'm pretty sure you just have to share one part of the alignment with him, right?
Just going by the book. Who knows what someone's doing, but sharing one is good. Sharing both is better.
I'm chaotic good.
I'm
'Cause-
neutral good.
My assumption, just off what I know, chaotic neutral.
No,
Yeah.
he's not
It's what
chaotic
I-
neutral.
It's what I'd make him, but there's always to interpret him.
He's
Ah.
closer to.
No, you shut up.
Good.
You don't. You
Okay,
You shut up.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Well,
No, you
You know?
shut up.
We don't.
this is
That's
actually
my-
matters.
This keeps happening to me, and I suck at it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Look, don't worry, you'll be able to talk soon once we figure out who it goes to.
Soon TM.
Soon, 3
Next
seconds later.
session.
Oh,
And the
God.
session doesn't happen in months.
It won't.
Game's cancelled. I'm sorry.
It will also not happen next session.
Anyways,
Also, what's the what? Do we know what servants have been summoned? I know we know for a fact that
Caster.
has been summoned. For
That's
sure.
it.
You mean the classes?
The classes, yes.
I believe it's Caster and Berserker.
Berserker, really? When?
Berserker. Oh, Berserker was Oliver's mom.
Yeah.
Oh,
And she
Yeah.
made it clear.
Yes. And
I did not
Castor
remember
is
that.
the engineer, the pilot.
I don't think Chris is among us anymore.
no, he's
I'm
asleep.
here.
Chris, wake up!
I told you I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
Your soul needs to wake up.
I just haven't had much to say.
That's fair. Okay, so we know for a fact Castor and Berserker are here. That leaves. Also, we know for a fact there were 5 masters before us. Now there's the total 7, and we assume that the other 3 servants have been summoned. At least one other has been summoned because he was on the fucking boat.
So
And
that
has some immunity to magic, which makes him a knight.
He is. Oh, yeah.
would leave 2 servants.
Yes.
Oh,
But
the rider subclass. The rider class has magic resistance. Who knows?
Here's the thought. Why don't you just allow the Grail to choose for you?
Well, this is true. It's just it would technically make them more compatible, but also make them not as good. It makes them like you have a better connection, but they're not as powerful. Like you could get a very compatible servant, but they could be relatively weak on the grand scheme of things.
Isn't
Technically,
the more powerful servant the more
They
compatible
don't have to be
servant?
powerful to be effective.
this is true, but sometimes it's just like if you bring a gun to a fight, and if you have the choice, you may as well just bring like a machine gun.
It would
She
be
has a
impossible to
point.
say. It would be impossible to guess how strong a servant just randomly given would be, as opposed to knowing some Greek hero.
We don't know for sure. We know that
It might even not be someone Greek, which will mean they'll be less powerful by default.
technically.
Well, it would.
Jackson didn't say that, but I'm saying to remind you all.
Fame bonus is weird. It's weird.
Yes.
Usually it requires you being in a more specific location related to the servant. Like you don't have to be like Athens itself.
You get
It's
the
weird. It's
maximum
weird.
bonus, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if we're in like the roundabouts region, it's like okay, you get some little bits, but if you're like 100% accurate, then you get super bonuses or something. I
Style
don't know. I haven't
points.
read the book in a while. You
Yeah,
get brownie points.
it's a weird thing that is only ever brought up with two servants, Dracula and Ku. Because when Ku's in Ireland, he gets his castle.
Decisions.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
John, we could just flip a coin for it, since it seems neither of us have any explicit, like, benefits
Explosives.
or downsides.
If I were to say anything, Edmund, because it might not be best to give them a master of the opposite sex, just from what Jurist said of them.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd rather not have.
It
Well,
wouldn't be good for you to deal with a man like that.
I can dress as a man if necessary, but if they already know that fact, it doesn't dissuade anything.
Yeah, because the only other thing I'd bring is I think you're the most vulnerable of us, Gianna. It'd be handy to have someone focus on guarding you.
I hate
And
that you're right.
But if anyone's going to target anyone, it would be Master themselves.
Yeah.
It is a double-edged sword.
I mean, I'm personally fine with either decision. I'd
I mean,
rather, as much as I want to have fun new toy, I'd rather it be the best fit and actually utilized to the best of their abilities, rather than just gung ho.
Okay, then I'll be the actress mouse for this one, and we'll just hope you're compatible with whatever we figure out next.
We'll just hope we're compatible with the possible one that we get later, that we find. Specifically, not mentioning what yeah.
Well, then, do we want to do this now or wait?
Well, we technically have the time.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it was just you.
Might be honestly in our best interest though to do it sooner than later, so you can start planning around what the servant feels their capabilities are.
The end of the world?
And maybe they just have a boat. That was part of their legend. They had a ship. Maybe they just they just have a ship
Ooh.
that can just go anywhere the fuck they want, and that's just
So-
what they can do.
So I'm hearing a rider. And we just have a flying ship.
If you had summoned him like a year and a half ago, he would have had a ship.
Fucking damn it. You wouldn't let us summon up half a year ago.
Yes.
This wasn't a Greyly War yet.
Honestly, then, if I might say, it might be wise to only send a small group of us to go summoning. Because the two people I don't wish to be there is Jackson and, well, apologies, but you as well, Gianna.
Well, that just breaks my heart.
That's rather hurtful.
Look,
I
as much as
understand
we're
him, why
allies,
me?
we're technically rivals in this war.
Well, sure.
I don't intend to
but,
be. As well,
Yeah, you're entitled to your secrets. Fine.
besides, I know you intend to fight as hard as you can for your wish.
That's one way to put it.
So dog.
Doggo.
Yeah, I have freaking voice suppression thing on, and he still comes through.
Because he has a
He cannot be
beautiful, beautiful
suppressed.
voice.
He cannot be suppressed.
He will not be silenced.
I mean, he is that big of a dog, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, back on task.
Yes. Alright, well, I'll stay here with Jackson and do something.
Yeah,
To be fair
that's
as
great.
well, if nothing else, I feel like we should have someone with Jackson
I'll stay here. I
Isn't-
don't.
That won't run off and get in trouble.
I
Yes.
won't. I'm not that bad.
Well,
To be
Gianna's
fair,
here
I
with
wasn't
me.
saying that purely just as a... Splitting this
It's fine,
group
I'll
on
stay
this
with
island's
Jack.
especially dangerous.
I don't-
Whoa.
I don't
Why am I
really-
suddenly getting escorted by half the people here? Gianna's here with me. That should
don't-
suffice.
I
no?
don't feel like I would be necessary for this ritual.
Same.
Suppose I'll keep around him just to keep safe then.
I mean, I'll go just so we have in mind either way. Whoever wants to join me can. Whoever, other than the ones I said, Lego wants to join can join me. Those who want to stay can stay.
Other than the one's barred, because grumble, grumble.
Grumble, grumble.
Hmm?
I'll follow Edmund because it's not good to have one person by themselves currently.
Yes.
I'll go.
So,
Chaos
Mind
crew
giving
with a
me?
damn-
Why don't we rest a little bit here and then we'll get going?
What rest you say?
I would like to know then, the people that are not going, what do you wish to do during this time? It will take a while.
Since I'm taking a short rest, I'm gonna spend my channel divinity to get my first level spell slot back, and then short rest to get that back.
I see.
I will probably be like keeping an eye on all the exits and entrances of the inn
Mm-hmm.
in case something decides to come in.
That's a fair point. During this entire time, can I be watching for police activity, specifically ones that are looking at us?
Okay.
Because technically, you know, the main guy of the police force knows our faces, at least mine, so there's probably going to be a higher detachment of people. Maybe. Don't I?
Thanks, Ben. Good talk.
Good.
Good time.
I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Okay, here we go.
Should I as well, or am I good?
You as
I like
well.
how
You're doing
I like how they didn't
kind of
count.
the same
It's a good
thing, but not
it
really.
didn't.
I
Come on.
25.
can cast any
27 and
spell.
25. No, that's a history check. 25 from Jiro. Okay.
Okay, I've rolled like 3 times. It hasn't taken. Bless you. There we go.
There we go. 21.
Fucking hell.
Hmm.
Okay. Jiro. 25 perception. I'm going to say a thing. This is going to feel very weird. That's because it is.
I already don't like it.
What does that mean?
Jiro, while you are keeping an eye out, it's around the midday as you all went, came back, talked. People are going around, sitting down for lunch, and the restaurant area of the hotel starts getting a bit more packed. But that doesn't stop your trained eyes from seeing that a small rat makes its way inside, just sniffs at the door, does a little rat
Little rat
movement,
sniff.
yes, and then leaves. And that's the only thing different that you catch.
Crush the rat.
You'll whisper that to Gianna.
Destroy
There's
the
an
child.
odd rat. Okay, there was an odd rat that sniffed at the door and just left. It could have been a familiar or someone shapeshifted.
Hmm.
Destroy the child.
Did they leave?
Yeah, they left. I didn't see them come back.
Shit. Okay.
Do you think we should change where we are, like where we're staying, or is this the only inn open?
Probably. You know what? I don't get to cast this spell very often. So I'm gonna cast Augury. Because I have that as a knowledge cleric.
It's true.
Augury is
I don't
such a rare spell.
I feel
It is.
like you shouldn't cast that out in the open where there
Well,
are people.
no, we're gonna walk away and I'm gonna fucking
Okay.
drop some, my shiny things on the ground and ask a question.
You're
Jesus.
roll some click clacks.
That's 25 gold. Jesus.
Oh, that's.
But they are not consumed, so you can just keep using
not-
them.
I'll drop my holy symbol. That's got money.
Okay.
As long as it's marked specific ways.
Isn't
Yeah.
it just
Counts as
like
100
freaking?
GP
Isn't it just
pearl.
the cross?
Yes.
Well, no, it's a pearl cross worth 100 gold pieces. It's a
I
very
said-
It's a very
So
expensive talisman.
So the top is wheel, the bottom is woe, the left is wheel and woe, and the right is nothing.
If it lands on his side, then we're fucked.
We're fucked. But
Well,
yes.
shit. It's a very
Uh,
expensive coin toss.
By casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divination tool, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity for the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
It's basically, if I do this, will it be good? Will it be bad?
The results
So
are specifically good or bad, or the results are both good and bad. Okay.
It's basically, you can basically just say, is this a dumb idea or not?
Yeah, this is essentially like, is us following the rat going to lead into a trap?
Okay.
Yep.
So, how do you cast augury with your cross?
Okay. Well, I'll
Spin it like a top.
I'll be walking out and then just kind of doing like a Catholic prayer while enlacing it with Latin, the actual incantation behind my breath. And then as I'm walking out the door, drop it on the ground as if, whoops,
Whoops.
so clumsy. And then what happens?
So, a good result would mean no trap. A bad result would mean trap. Both
Yes.
good and bad would mean possibly trap. Nothing would
Or there's
Yes.
a trap, but you might something good might come of it anyways.
Traps. Unlimited traps. But no traps.
but no traps.
Schrodinger's trap.
Yes.
There's a fanboy.
You drop the cross and it bounces a couple times until it lands in wheel.
So it is a
It's-
trap?
No, it's good.
It's not a
No.
trap.
So
It's not a trap.
If you follow it, something good will happen.
It is
It'll lead
wheel.
us to
Not-
some
Not
treasure.
necessarily.
Will is go.
necessarily.
Will is good. Woe is bad.
Yes.
If we
Yeah.
follow it, nothing bad will immediately happen.
Yes.
No, wheel means good. If it wasn't good, then it'd be nothing.
Yes.
Whoa.
Information is good. Who knows?
Yeah, so that you're gonna get something that's positive out of following it.
Oh no.
We're gonna get
Is
something that is immediately cause us to die. Okay, I'll take
Janice
that.
getting lost in the sauce.
She'll quickly pick it up, poke Jackson. Your owl,
Yes.
your bird. He can find rats, can he?
Oh, you bet he can find rats.
Send him off. There's a rat that we need to follow.
A normal rat or a
Yes. It's a familiar,
weird
also
rat.
possibly a druid.
Yeah, it's
druid, huh?
Possibly.
You know,
could be. It's just sort of like it didn't even cross really the threshold. It just stood there, sniffed, then ran away.
Feels sort of like bird just sort of like poofs on his shoulder, and he looks up. And he's like,
You poofed the bird into existence in the inn.
Well, are we?
not in the
We're
inn.
walking outside,
Yeah.
so I assume we're gonna
Sorry.
duck in a
I
corner.
assumed we were in a more private place.
No, we
I
are
forgot
not in a
that,
private
that
place.
that we are in the big place in a
We're
big
in the middle of nowhere.
reception area. Yes.
I could use my free ritual. Damn.
Let me see before I send Barb out. Let me see if there's a thing I can do.
Okay, creature.
I
Well,
don't have detect magic. I have detect evil and good, which
One,
if the rat is
yes.
familiar, it could technically pop up.
Let me just check if I have locate creature. I think I have locate object. I don't have either, actually. Great. No. What I am going to do is I am going to. Are we in the process of walking outside? You said?
Yes.
Good. He will walk fully outside, and you will see, like, when he talks to you, he sort of, like, starts talking with his hands, and I will send out Invisible Burp after the rat.
Invisiburb.
Invisible.
Make a perception check for bird.
You have advantage because it's burp.
Yeah.
It bird. Percep.
Percepi. That's pretty good.
15. Okay.
Not
It
bad,
doesn't-
not bad.
It doesn't take much for a trained owl to find its prey.
There were a lot of rats in the trenches.
Yes.
That's true.
Burb finds a rat that presumably had made the same path that a rat leaving the inn would have. And they
Taken.
track the rat for a while before the rat turns into an alleyway, a shaded alleyway. And the rat is picked up by none other than Diogenes.
That son of a bitch.
He places the rat near to his ear, then places it back down on the ground, and the rat continues, scurries off.
I think your secret admirer has a rat in his employ.
Which secret admirer?
Oh, no, none other than the man that's about to end the world within the week.
Do summon Burp right now. He can see invisible things. Call him back.
He will tell Burb to hide from Diogenes.
No,
And-
leave. Yeah, tell it to leave, and we're going to walk the opposite direction and pretend we didn't see anything.
Sure. Do you want the rat gone?
No, it's not at this point.
Why not? It's his agent, not him.
And if his agent suddenly disappears, what's he going to do? Either summon another one, or come after whoever killed it.
Well, would you rather it stays here and listens to everything we say?
It doesn't seem to be listening, it just seems to be watching.
And if need be, we just don't say anything around it. Or of importance.
That is true. He'll send Burb away from Diogenes, but
Okay.
he will keep Burb on the lookout for the rat if it ever comes back near us.
Okay. The rest of the group, the ones who actually went to do the thing. Are you going going to the place that Woodrow talked about, that semi-reclusive praying spot in the middle of the island.
That's where Edmund's planning on going.
Okay. You do so without much trouble. It isn't hard to find. There are indeed roads leading there, or at least pathways leading there. But when you arrive, it is indeed empty, and it's a small. I don't know how which word represents the smallest. If it's chapel, if it's church, if it's temple, but the smallest one possible.
Praying circle.
Yes.
Shrine.
Yeah,
Chapel's
shrine.
just
A
a
shrine.
Shrine.
Churches.
Yes.
Shrine also works.
It's just a small shrine with a cross and some candle wax left over. It does have an area open enough for you to draw a circle, to cut yourself and let your blood drip into it, as Woodrow had said, and for you to perform the incantation.
Before Edmund would
Yes.
things up, he'd stop probably outside. The best way I could describe is outside the range that you would call it a civilized location,
Mm-hmm.
like in the forest or just wood path or whatnot. And is going to a ritual cast commune with nature.
Okay.
Specifically looking for prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, and influence from other planes of existence. In a 3-mile radius, ignoring cities or civilized locations within it.
Mm-hmm. So 3 miles is around 3 hexes. Okay. You do get small pings of fiends. And they are around. They aren't at one specific location.
Are any of them particularly close?
No. Neither are them particularly strong. What other things were you searching for? Otherworldly influences.
Peoples and planar influence.
Mm-hmm. You do get things of people just walking about. Nothing too interesting there. But you do find one specific spot of planar influence that seems to be in a perfect middle between Paros, Naosa, and Mapisa, the 3 cities, the 3 towns.
Okay. So, there?
Check. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so that was the closest thing to 2 hexes away from everywhere?
Yep.
Okay. Let me check the spell again real quick. Make sure I get to would Edmund be able to tell what plane it is, or just the general overlap we've been dealing with?
Seems to be similar to what you've already dealt with, yes.
Okay. Edmund's gonna note that down and then continue to approach the shrine, clearing away the vines he was using to display the area. Well, at least there's nothing else I found in an area we should check out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
There's Edmund's just saying that group that followed him.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed to have found another place to that seemed to have overlapped and switched places. And as Edmund is talking, he's just measuring out the space and starting to draw the circle. Then
As you start to draw
No
the
one else.
circle, you start to feel something. You start to feel the mana around you get thicker. And you know that this is something that happens when there is a big spell about to happen. You've produced this higher concentration of mana before. You've seen it being cast. But this seems even thicker, even stronger. And you notice that while the picture of Woodrow was just in a piece of paper, to draw this circle out does take a while. I'm going to say that since you are summoning a Greek servant in Greece, the summoning ritual DC will be reduced. Since you do have a catalyst, you may roll an intelligence check at first.
So let me just roll that for you. Man, I wish these were saves.
Reminder that you do have 2 inspirations.
Yep. Intelligence, I'm gonna spend one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, didn't actually mark that as advantage. Let me roll it again. Okay, so 15.
A 15 is good.
A good use of an inspiration. That is 1 success.
Okay.
As you start to draw the circle and you start to feel this concentration of mana increase in the air, you feel the catalyst, which coincidentally was with Ichika ever since Jackson gave it to her. I think yesterday, but yes. You start to feel a connection to it. Start to feel a slight burning in your command seals, as if they are getting ready to activate proper. The next part, since you've received the proper chanting and instructions on how to do this ritual, and it's been like a couple hours at most since you've received the instructions, you may roll a wisdom check to represent your preparation and knowledge of the ritual and chant.
Save my last inspiration for different stat. For charisma, I believe it's the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Good.
there we go.
2 successes. I would like you to roll another wisdom check. This one is the actual process of summoning after the circle has been drawn.
Now, if you were to replace that, it would be where your magic comes from.
Oh yeah, that name is just
That part, yeah, no, sorry.
Because
Oh,
that's
turning
that's
what I've
referencing Zelrich, who
Yep.
taught
Yeah.
Rin's ancestor.
I'll say, because I don't have a name on top, Edmund would actually say, like, whatever family member taught him.
You can use your last name.
Yep. Yeah, you can
That's
just use
just-
your last name. Yeah.
For my great family, Lowell. Close the 4 gates. Come forth from the crown and follow the forked road leading to the kingdom. Fill, 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 fill. Repeat 5 times, but when each is filled, destroy it. Set. Heed my words. My will creates your body, your sword creates my destiny. If you heed the Grail call and obey my will and reason, then answer me. I hereby swear that I shall be all the good in the world, that I shall defeat all evil in the world. Seventh heaven clad in the great words of power. From the binding circle vow, guardian of the scales.
And I would like you to roll a charisma check.
And who needs inspiration anyways?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really good.
Graves,
Yes.
what is Ryder's alignment?
Lawful good.
Edmund, what is your alignment?
Neutral good.
Understandable. You may proceed with your inspiration if you wish.
Yep.
A failure.
Yeah.
It wasn't the one though.
It wasn't a one, yes.
I mean,
Isn't there like degrees of failure? You know?
I mean, the one's a one. You don't want a one.
Well, yeah.
But yes. As you complete the chanting, you are sure that you've done every step correctly. But when you feel the pull of the Grail's energy coalescing in front of you to create the body of the servant, it pulls too much from you and you resist. And when you do, you feel a burn stronger in your command seals to the point of it actually hurting you. But you feel that the contract was formed. I would like to ask both of you if you would prefer to have 3 successes and 1 failure, or to simply cancel out and only have 2 successes.
I will leave that to my master.
I was about to say I'll leave that to you, but okay then.
Flip a fucking coin.
I think I'd rather
Do one failure. Make
2
it fun.
successes and no failures, because
The failures
remember
are
the
pretty
failures.
rough.
Yep.
yeah.
Damn.
Okay. Roll me 2d8.
Here, Graves, you want to roll one and I'll roll the other?
Sure.
Nice.
Perfectly in sync.
Okay. The person who rolled a 6. I would like you to then roll me a d6. Okay.
1.
Okay. 1 is contract dependent. That's interesting. Graves.
Yes.
Ryder adds half their proficiency bonus to any saving throws they make that they don't already benefit from this proficiency bonus.
They sue.
Okay.
Additionally, Ryder is resistant to all piercing damage.
Sounds good.
Now, as the final drop of blood touches the circle and the circle bursts into energy and a cloud of smoke. Ryder, you have been called upon this world. One you return to once more. This time from the throne. This time called with a purpose. To have a chance at a second life. Have a chance at a wish. But this time, bound to a master. One that will either guide you to your wish, or one who will use you as a tool. So I ask of you, how do you show up?
Ryder sort of a material, like, get the smell of like sea salt and like wine sort of just flowing like in like a waft from the smoke, and he sort of materializes in a sort of purplish blue like, like aura, like, sort of, like, how like servants sort of dust away, sort of dusts into existence, and the dust is a sort of purpley blue. He stands pretty tall, about, I don't have his sheet on me.
I do not have the proper art, but you should have it. So
Yes,
send it on Discord as a reminder.
Okay, sounds good. I'll send that in player chat.
Yeah. I don't think I have it on Fantasy Grounds, which is a crime.
You see this relatively young-looking man. His age does seem very ambiguous. Like, he could be anywhere between 18 and 25. He's clean-shaven, brownish, like brown turning blonde, like sort of brownish black, turning blonde towards the tips of the hair.
Frosted tips.
Yes. He has piercing sea green blue eyes, and a scar running down his. I can't tell if that is his left or right cheek.
That's his right cheek.
Yeah, a scar running down his right cheek. He is clad in. He's wearing the tradition, like a bronze breastplate, and he has, and like the sort of what you would expect like a Greek warrior sort of wearing, a sort of battle skirt, and like armored sandals. He has thrown over his shoulder a purple cloak that reaches about to his back. Like, it stops about his around his waist, and wrapped around his wrists are bandages that sort of like, like a boxer's bandages, which the bandages wrap over his bronze arm guards. Servant, Ryder, at your service.
Edmund will just kind of, almost rubbing his hand from the burn pain from summoning. Hopefully it'll be a pleasure working with you.
I hope so as well.
Congratulations, Edmund, you did it.
Yeah, I figured this ritual wouldn't be too difficult once it was explained. But relieved to at least have a servant on our side now.
So your name is Edmund?
Edmund Lowell at your service. Edmund kind of is just going to almost a little bit lean forward on his cane in front of him with a bit of a smile.
Ryder. I am Ryder. Theseus of Athens.
Okay, so Catalyst did work exactly as we hoped.
Nice to meet you.
A pleasure.
So, Ryder, seems it's time to catch you up on our situation position, I guess. Well, pleasantries are nice. We face grand threats, as I'm sure you could assume with the war.
The war is, to understand, is simply a group of mages as in a form of contest. Well, I don't. But if I've been summoned for a greater purpose, then I will do what I must.
It's monsters trying to end the world, collapse two layers together. Whole bunch of, as someone I work with would say, a whole bunch of nonsense.
And the war is at the center of it.
I see.
But at least if nothing else, I've allied with another master, even if they don't have their servant yet. So we'll be in a good position once we get things settled.
Having allies is always a good plan.
Well, I do believe we should probably actually make our way back over there. Make sure they haven't gotten into too much trouble.
Very well. And if you'll excuse me, I will.
Oh, but
And he'll
do
sort
what
of
you
just
wish.
disappears. Dusts into the purpley smoke.
And Edmund's gonna then clean up whatever remains of the summoning circle. Make sure no one who would come by the area could figure out anything happened. And then presumably head back to town, where hopefully it's not on fire.
Respect to town. There is no town.
Mushroom cloud in the distance.
You don't know where Jiro got that nuke, but he got it.
He pulled it out of his pocket. It was made of
Legalize
pancakes.
nuclear bombs.
You never know what a man can do when he has pancakes.
You see, with these two sticks, I too shall create a nuclear bomb.
Is it possible to give a sheet to someone?
Yes.
Did that work?
Yep, I have it.
Good. It still says owned by GM, so I'll clear the ownership and you take it.
Sounds good.
There you go.
Try and take him.
We have a boy.
You do.
There we go.
Finally, brave as a chief servant.
Oh. Oh.
And
Much
Jiro
faster than
isn't dead. He
expected.
has to play two characters now.
Oh, that'll be fine. Man.
Much faster than expected.
Look, to throw
He threw a true
threats.
He threw a true ancestor.
It's true. I simply did not think that you would just say, okay, if you jump the gun, we will also jump the gun.
I'm trying to make his skill proficiencies half proficiencies.
Oh, it's
Sorry,
it's
not
on
his
saves.
save proficiencies half
You
proficiencies.
you cannot. You have to do that by effect.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll leave that to the DM.
Yep,
Also,
no
man,
worries.
I forgot how absolutely horrid the failure table is. I pulled it up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Just lose at D4 levels.
Yeah. You could have gotten better results in the success, though.
Yeah, I remember I got Shielder an extra 3 levels.
Yep, because
Yeah,
you get a D4
I mean-
extra levels.
Oh, it was 4?
It's a D4 extra levels.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I'm happy with.
Oh yeah,
Like-
resistance to piercing is quite good. Especially
That's
when-
two.
all
Two out of
forms,
seven.
all forms of piercing.
including servant
Which
piercing.
includes.
Honestly, I think the funniest one is just just roll 6 3 times and get all 3.
Yeah. Well, as we have finally started the process of warring, and Graves has waited for almost 2 years now to play Rider. I think he can wait a little longer.
Yeah, I can. I have a sheet. I'm satisfied.
You have his sheet with his 13 hit points.
Yeah, I need to fix that somehow.
We didn't know which level the master would be, so yeah. We do gotta work out some kinks on the sheet to make it work. But yes, you exist now. You were a thing. I'm going to put you in the party sheet.
I'm just sitting here like, yep, I can do certain things that are terrifying. They're just
Yeah,
like, why can you do this? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, at some point Edmund's gonna ask about your capabilities, but that can be a later scene.
Yep. If you look on your abilities tab and you go to advanced effects,
Yes.
there are a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Because I tried to codify everything that I could.
Oh yes, let's go. Largest effects table.
Yeah, I'm
Just
just
like,
master and
I just
servant.
see carrying capacity multiplied by 50.
exclamation mark. But yes, let me just make so everything is visible, and I'll add you to the combat tracker so people can see it.
Hooray!
Look at the amount of bullshit that's written on the servant's sheet.
Oh god.
Why
It's
you
bigger
should
than
double
Edmund.
Edmund?
Yep. Because he has resistance to everything that isn't fate damage, and he has
If you want to
immunity
be nice
to
to us, you can make those GM only.
Yes, but I don't want to. You're gonna have to look at that.
Well,
Oh.
we can do
But yes, he has many things. Many things. I still need to check if the fate thing is working properly. But
Yeah,
it
just
should
throw
be.
a sword at me.
Yeah, just throw your own sword at you. But yes, that is that.
Oh, yeah.
A servant has been summoned, and with that, catch you all next time, which probably be at the end of March. But yes, we have a
Yeah.
servant now. He is
We
here.
do.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Ichika killed him. Oh my God! He's dead.
I guess it didn't work.
Well, it was nice having a servant. Hey,
Well-
Gianna, I lost the war.
There go.
What?
There go 3 command seals.
Yeah, Ishika just didn't like the vibe, I guess.
You didn't fit the vibe.
It's fine. He
This
wasn't a good
one.
one.
This one is not good.
He couldn't take an arrow to the head. What kind of servant is that?
There we go. I gave him his proper HP.
Nice.
He was supposed to be immune to that shit. He still died.
We're supposed to be
Alright,
least
guys, good
resistant.
night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
They